Overall, I believe the text was very informative and opens the mind to different perspectives and stuff. I really like the psychology of bailing at the last moment. They teach you a lot of that during cognitive behavioral therapy, and I think that's a really good thing to put in there. That's something that I've struggled with a lot and work on pretty regularly. Um, the being heroes to the future. I really like that section as well. Especially today, I feel like we're wrapped up in ourselves and not what we can do for our fellow man or for our future. And so I feel like this kind of reading this helps you cognitively keep in check and be like, okay, like what am I actually doing this for, you know? Let's see. The Republic is with balance, and aside from democracy, I didn't really understand that, but I'm also not too political. There were It was a hard read. But I would go back. I personally would go back and reread and try and dissect to try and understand it more, just based off of the rest of what I've read. Same with the co-successful realities. That was a lot to unpack. So I would like to dissect that more at a later date. I like the idea of reality existence. Funk is hyperpositional until experienced. It's just a different way of thinking. I really like the way that that was presented. The college thing. I agree with what you say about how college forces you to learn until you can use your imagination for the answer. I do believe that college also kind of puts you in a box. School in general kind of puts you in a box, so it kind of kills imagination as well. I feel like you're using someone else's imagination in some aspects, I guess. Like there's rules and stuff. So you have to use someone like 1 + 1 = 2 is a rule. So you have to use someone else's imagination for said rules through using your own. But as far as like the arts go, or something like that, I feel like schooling and college kind of steals from your imagination. But I might have completely missed what you were trying to say. I am an advocate for schooling in some studies. The importance of and being of orientation. I think this is saying stay grounded. Like, it's important to know where you are at physically and mentally, like in any environment. It helps you stay present. I like that one. This is probably my favorite one. I don't know what I can receive, but I know to appreciate what I've been given. And I like that whole quote. Number one really stood out to me. I would like to expand on it and say, appreciate what I've been given, whether it's good or bad, because either way, it's in my court, and I'm going to have to deal with it. So, like, even the conceptualized bad, I would say, I try to appreciate, because I'm either going to grow from it or I'm going to learn from it. Either way, I'm going to have to deal with it. So I might as well make the best of it. But I really liked the mutual search, and the eternal presence. The eternal presence kind of touches on the last topic that you brought up with orientation, and that's just kind of like knowing who you are, your orientation in this world. And I think that flowed really well. One may act in faith of their morals and ethics, of what they believe God would want to put into action. God would want you to take action in their place. Funk knows that you will, no matter what. I like that this kind of says that. I didn't really understand this, I'm not gonna lie. I think this is saying that God expects you to take action, whereas Funk just knows you will. And this is one I would have to dissect on a later basis as well. There's a lot to unpack in these 9 pages. The relations of trans, autism, and neurodivergence. I think I understand what you're saying. I do agree with the relations between the three. I feel like anything that is a spectrum could be thrown in this, but I also believe that, when we talk about most things, it's important to go into it with sensitivity, openness, and a commitment to understanding diverse experience of individuals. But, yeah, I agree with all of it. Absolutely. How to parent suggests to kids and teens what to do and not to do when it comes to anything and everything. I love this one because I'm a new parent. Encourage open communication, hell yeah. Set clear expectations, hell yeah. Teaching decision making. All of it's fantastic. I don't disagree with any of that. The what not to do, I agree with all of that. I think it's fantastic, and it's all of that. I strive to do each one of those every day. I think it's very important. Stimulus is not meaning. I 100% agree. I think we are I think we're in a society where we attach a lot of meaning to stimulus. Yeah. I don't really have anything to add or say about that. Like, I think you hit the nail on the hammer about it. I think a lot of like anxiety and depressive disorders today, maybe not a lot, but like a good deal are spawned on from like putting meaning into stimulus. Giving yourself to God / funk being one of many. I like this one because even if you're not a religious individual, you know, it allows you to become one of many and like seek a higher power or accept a higher power. I'm not sure if I'm communicating that right. And that's an important thing because, you know, we're all just grains of sand that take up a whole beach, you know, like we have to look out for our fellow man, and be one of many. And yeah, no, I look forward to reading the rest of this. I had a blast reading the 9 pages I did, and I'm excited to continue. So thank you for the opportunity. I'm sorry it's late, and I hope you have a great day.